Okay. I am recording this in a very, very cold room, wearing a jacket over a sweater because it's the room where I have my computer charger set up and I am too lazy to move it. Anyway, this is the Juno Steel dating sim, Thief of Hearts, which I am very excited about. Alright, so start, because major spoilers for season 1. Yeah, I'm good with that. Ooh, vivid hallucinations. I wonder if we're going monsters of like. Oh, sorry. I'm going to read all the stuff. All right. Warning: the following game contains major spoilers for season 1 as well as minor spoilers for season 2 of the Penumbra podcast. Proceed? Yes. Warning: this game contains cursing, violence, injury mentions, innuendos, self-deprecation, alcohol use, and vivid hallucinations depending on which route you take. If you would like any specifics on where these triggers are found, DM us on Tumblr at thiefofheartstpp.tumblr.com. Proceed? Yes. Yes, very much so. Concierge. Ooh. Welcome, travelers, to the Penumbra. You've picked an excellent time to stop by. Our favorite detective, Juno Steel, is about to face one of his most confusing puzzles yet. This case won't last forever, though, so he can't delay. After he meets his suitors, he only has 1 week to win their affection. 7 dates in 7 days. What will he choose? Will Detective Steele discover the truth of these men who all seem to wish to romance him? Or will he end up lonely once again? Find out what happens in Juno Steele and the Thief of Hearts. Oh, there's music, which you guys aren't going to be able to hear. I don't think I'm recording audio. Game audio. Sorry. Alright, so it's Juno Steele looking through a window. Ah, he's pretty. In the middle of these incessant crowds... Oh, it's Juno. In the middle of these incessant crowds, no one existed. All that existed was the massive consciousness called Hyperion City. It pulsed with the energy and emotion of all the little lives that filled it. And if you took away one little particle from this colossal being, it wouldn't make much of a difference. I'm a rubber mouth today. One life in millions, insignificant and inconsequential and small. Sigh. I looked around my office to find that it was still in as much disarray as it was before I started gazing out the window. Evidently, staring into space would not spontaneously clean the room. I sighed again and heard the door of Rita shuffling around outside. Oh god, okay. Mr. Steele, I can hear you sighing a lot. Are you monologuing again? Ugh. Boss? Ugh. Just, it's a lot of dots here. Mr. Steele, are you okay? Yeah, of course I'm okay. Oh, perfect, boss, because I actually had something to ask you about. Ah, she's so excited. Juno, What do you want? Boss, you know I've got just the thing for you. Just the thing for what? I don't need anything. You need to get out there and date some people! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Juno. What? Because you seem to be really sad all the time, and you haven't seen anyone for years, and Franny was telling me all about these new restaurants opening up in the city, so you could go to those. Oh, did you know that there was one where they give you the food and then you're in a pod and it spins around the whole time? And there's this one where they show you the end of the whole universe while you can eat from a big buffet, and neither of those things sound enjoyable. Come on, boss. You need to put yourself out there. See some people, you know? It's been years. I don't understand why you don't. You'd have a great time. I don't know, Rita. I haven't really done that in a while. By the way, Juno's eyeliner is very pretty. I believe that's eyeliner. Rita. Which means it's totally time for you to do it now. What should I say? I guess you're right, or I don't think so. Definitely, I guess you're right. Perfect! I have just the thing for you. Oh, wait. Slow down, Rita. I haven't done this since... I guess I just haven't had the time or patience for it, so I'm just really out of practice. Then let's practice! Wait. Practice what? Just think of me as a tutorial, Mr. Steele. I'll start. Hey, I'm Rita. It's very nice to meet you. Yeah, I know who you are. No, we're pretending. It's like improv. Explore this space with me, boss. Oh, that's what you meant. Uh, the name is Juno. Juno Steele. How do you do? Oh, he's flustered. I'm great, as always. Tell me about yourself. What should I say? Oh, I really want to pick be snarky. Oh no. Answer earnestly, be snarky. I'm going earnestly. I'm a PI. I'm usually busy with my work, and I haven't done this in a while, but I'm a. Huh. I don't know what else to add to that. No, that's a good start. I don't know how to differentiate my voices. I can't go that high. No, that's a good start. My life is a series of kicks in the teeth. I know I'm not good enough for you. Come on, boss. Don't be so down in the dumps, or you'll scare off all your dates away. That's not how that went. Or your skull or the bahaba. Just be yourself. You're doing great. Gee, thanks, Rita. Come on, don't break character. Try again. Tell me about yourself. Wouldn't you like to know? But alas, I'm simply too mysterious to be known. Wink. What? What are you doing with your face? I winked? Mr. Steele? I think you're only supposed to use one eye. Oh. It's okay. I think your date will find it endearing. Just don't be too flirty, or they might be uncomfortable. You know, maybe this isn't such a good idea. I have enough going on with work anyway. It basically takes up my entire life, and I guess it's probably not a great idea to make someone else deal with that. Besides, I'm fine as I am. You know, it's part of my mysterious charm. It can't hurt to try. Oh, her voice is already hurting mine. Oh boy. Anything could hurt. It could hurt very badly. But Mr. Steele... I don't think there are going to be any more clients today, Rita. You should probably head home. All right, Mr. Steele, but take care of yourself, okay? And maybe try to do a happy monologue sometime. I'll try, Rita. She walked out looking equal parts disheartened and worried. Maybe I owed it to her to at least try. I glanced around at my office again and realized I was no closer to having it tidied up. Well, there was always tomorrow. Yay! A new day. I'd just been lamenting about my lack of exciting cases when my comms beeped, sending me a series of photos. If only I'd kept my damn mouth shut. And I'm gonna save here. Okay. What was that weird text you just got, boss? On my screen was what looked like a glass case, but the entire scene was too drenched in blood for me to get a good look. It took me a moment to realize I was looking at a room in the Kanagawa mansion. Its ugly theater-esque decor was hard to mistake. It wasn't the blood that made me so queasy, though that certainly didn't help. It was what was written in the blood on the wall above the case. You're next, Juno Steele. Boss, I'm getting another call. It's all encrypted and weird, and I can't even... Just patch it through, Rita. Well, I'm trying to, but it's... Oh, it's Sasha! Oh god, her voice. Okay, hold on. Ah, my tea's still too hot to drink. Well, Juno, you're chipper as ever. Sasha Wire, Dark Matters agent and former childhood friend. She was one of the smart ones. She got out of Hyperion City the second she got the opportunity. What should I say? Sassy retort or compliment her? Ooh. Compliment. You know, I hate to admit it, but that whole Dark Matters getup looks pretty good on you. Matches your eyes. Oh, thank you, hold on. Oh, thank you, Juno. Still, don't distract me. Your life could be in danger. Have you heard of the death mask of Grimpathusith? Oh god, no. The death mask of Grimpathusith? Grimpathusith. That's how I'm gonna say it. Grimm's mask. You mean the one the Kanagawa was dug up during a primetime special, destroying thousands of years of Martian artifacts along the way? I didn't think you, of all people, would care about Martian relics. I don't, but that doesn't mean I think they should be demolished for the sake of one family's profit. Anyway, is that seriously what you're calling about? Dark Matters really has time for a hokey urban legend? We don't know whether or not they're fake. All we know is that your life, as well as the lives of others, could be at risk. No one wants an ancient alien demon or a killer with a penchant for graffiti on the loose. How civic-minded of you. Well, thanks for the warning, Sash. I'll keep an eye out for the boogeyman hiding under my bed. Let's do this again in what, another 15 years? This is serious, Juno. Oh, my bad. I thought those were your weekend shades. One way or another, there is a killer out there, and you are the only one the Kanagawas will allow to investigate. There it is. So you need a favor. No, I'm doing you one. Dark Matters is sending a specialist to assist you. No. He's also an occult expert, if that helps. Hell no. If you refuse, he is standing orders to whisk you away somewhere safe from boogeymen. I have the asteroid all picked out. I'm sure you two will be very happy there. Sasha, I don't need some weirdo in a suit holding my hand. Yes, you do. It's a dating sim, Juno. Then talk him out of the suit. He should be there. Oh, God, Sasha. He should be there right about... Oh, God, no, I have to do a glass voice, too. Hello? Oh, no. Hello? Detective Steele? Now. Sasha! Take care, Juno. I mean it. Oh, was that Agent Wire? I always seem to just miss her. Tall, dark, and holding an expensive-looking latte, had stopped to talk to Rita. I couldn't really see him, but that meant he couldn't see me, and that gave me a chance to slip out. But should I? Yeah, break for the window! Rita was chattering away, so I grabbed my jacket and my blaster and crawled out the window. My office was only on the 3rd floor, which isn't bad in a city full of floating mansions and skyscrapers. Oh, it's high scrapers, my bad. But when you are crouched on an edge clinging to a sheer wall, exact height doesn't really matter. This was a mistake. Oh my God, he's so pretty! Ah! Waist snatched. Detective, where... Are you outside your window? A perfectly coiffed head leaned out next to me, but that's all I saw before I got queasy again and had to close my eyes. This city really does have quite the skyline, though there are certainly other sights here just as lovely. Detective, are you stuck? I couldn't reply, but slender, strong hands grabbed my wrist and my belt and led me back onto solid ground. Hello? Hello? Men? Men? Oh, I forgot that I'm a gay man. Just for a little bit, and, oh no. Okay. Apologies, detective. This is a new cologne. I hadn't realized it was that bad. What? Oh, I mean, it's alright. A lady could get used to it. I need to differentiate the person. A lady could get used to it. Rex Glass. Juno Steele. Shall we get dinner? I'm positively famished. We can discuss the case over one of your local delicacies. You let me know how that goes. I have a case to solve. Fine, I'll take a rain check on that dinner. If you're so determined, let's go investigate this grisly affair. Thanks, but no thanks, Mr. Mystery. I can handle this. But I've only just made the pleasure of your acquaintance, detective. You aren't getting rid of me that easily. Come along. We have spirits to scare. You can fill me in on the way there. What? Hey, when'd you get my keys? Ah! Sorry, they draw an array of really prettily. Oh my God, that is a corset. Oh no. I'm gonna die. Casa Kanagawa, a mobster's palace in the sky, full of people who hated me and a threat on my life written on blood on the wall. And Rex was treating it like a tourist trap. At least until we passed the first hulking security cousin. The sights of those muscles would sober anyone up. Then one of the thugs showed us what remained of Crocious Kanagawa, and Rex perked right back up. Ugh, being weird must be a job requirement at Dark Matters. Feeling better, Juno? I'm fine. Are you certain? You don't need to stop whatever you were doing just to fuss over me. I've collected all the information I need for the moment. We don't have to go back in there. I said I'm fine. Ugh. Okay, Candy Kanagawa said only the twins and Crocious, whatever, together would open that case, right? Correct. It was quite a lock. I imagine Crotius fancied himself the guardian of some great hoard of treasures. So the twins are our best subs. I love having a Midwest accent. Are and our sound the same. So the twins are our best suspects then. Look at you, bravely soldering on. Which means that we should question them. Naturally. Shall we divide and conquer? You take one twin, I'll take the other. And leave you to get torn apart in the Kawagawa's funhouse on your own? Even I'm not that mean. Really, detective, I can handle myself. That's not a chance you want to take in these halls. Fine. You know, if you wanted to spend more time with me, you could have just asked. Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I just don't want Sasha coming after me if you get hurt, is all. He's blushing, though. My brave hero. So, which twin shall we question first? I don't want to do Cecil's voice right now, so I'm going with Cass. We'll start with Cass. She's a lot, but for a Kanagawa, she's almost friendly. You certainly know your way around this family, detective. Just how well acquainted were you? How well do I know the Kanagawas? Deflect, flirt, rude. Flirt. Jealous, Glass? Oh, that's Glass's voice, damn it. Jealous, Glass? Do you want me to be? Is there something I should know about this Cassandra? A lady doesn't tell. How chivalrous of you. Fortunately, I still knew the way to Cass's studio. Most things about the Kanagawas changed with the seasons, but not Cassandra. She'd spent a lot of lawyer's time establishing her style and her spaces. Or so I thought. What the hell? Juno? Damn it, Kelvin. He was supposed to tell me when you got here. I had this whole bit prepared. You really shouldn't have. You're no fun anymore. Oh. You're no fun anymore. My therapist says that's a good thing. Like you see a therapist. Who's your friend? Agent Rex Glass, a cult specialist. Ugh, feds. What, don't think you can... Ugh, feds. What, don't think you can crack this case on your own? I could, if you'd let me ask something. What should I investigate? Events last night. So what happened here last night? Your guards weren't exactly forthcoming. I don't know. Before I went out, I was going over my plans for the show I'll be starting this fall. Oh, Crotius finally approved your ideas? Damn straight he did. Got the schedule signed and everything. But then he started going on about that damned mask again. Holed himself up in that damned gallery. That was the last time I saw him. Where were you last night? What, you think I did this? It is standard procedure in investigation, Miss Kanagawa. Back off, Stretch. Defend him. Hey, don't snap at him. I'm the one asking. Thank you, Juno. Ugh, get a room. Look, you want my, lullaby thing? Not really sleepy. I'd rather have your alibi, Cassandra. Yeah. Look, see here? I was out all night, celebrating my new program. Only benefit of constant commercial surveillance is that I always have an ALIBI ready to go. She pulled out her comms and showed us time-stamped stream clips of her out on the town at the time of the murder. Decor. What the hell happened to this place? Last time I was here, you had this whole grunge minimalist thing going on. It is rather festive, quaint. It looks like my office after Rita redecorates. I don't need a studio anymore here. I'm taking my show on the road. The whole world is going to be my studio. Oh, shut up. Cecil has some dumb game show in mind, so I let him use it. I was just in here grabbing my soundboard. I had this whole thing planned where I'd pretend to be Grimm's ghost till you snuck in and ruined it. Buzzkill. Alright, well, that's all the questions I have for now. You should talk to Cecil. He was here all night, and he's been fighting with Mr. and Mrs. Macbeth over his other latest and greatest idea. That was the plan. Don't leave the mansion, Cass. I might have more questions later. Whatever. I like Cass, even though she has my name. Quite a lovely girl, though her sense of humor... Rex was so busy preening for me, he tripped over the trash bin on our way out. Fortunately for him as he fell, I was ready to catch him. Ah! Why, detective! I seem to be falling for you. Panic hard, be suave, flirt back. Okay, so in character for me is panic hard, but I'm gonna go with a, flirt back. Aww. How about it then? Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Oh no, I'm no angel. You, on the other hand. Careful, Rex. I'm not the only thing on the other hand. I can still drop you if you misbehave. Whatever gave you the impression that I was misbehaving? I felt my face get hot very quickly. There was just something about him. See, as a gay man, I should have known how dangerous playing this would be. I felt like I was 14 again, acting all shy because someone was flirting with me and I wanted to respond but didn't know how. Come to think of it, it was almost exactly like that. Rex Glass was flirting with me hard, and I couldn't say that I wanted him to stop, but I didn't know how to encourage him either. We should get back to it. I put him back on his feet and noticed what had fallen out of the trash. A torn up schedule for the next year, a dozen shows, without Cassandra's name anywhere on them, and yesterday's date next to Cretius's signature. An idea was coming to me, and I didn't like the look of it. Where should we head to now, detective? Cecil? The matriarch herself? Not just yet. Not just yet. Can I see her comms? I beg your pardon? Cassandra's comms. You slipped them out of her pocket when she was distracted. Ah, those comms. Well, you see, dark matters. Yep, sure, whatever. Can you bring up the uncut feeds of Cass's stream from last night? Certainly. What do you want to see, detective? There, go back a bit. She stopped for Helios fusion. Is it any good? What? No, it's disgusting, full of actual meteorite dust. But more importantly, Cass hates the stuff. Cecil loves it. They switched places. She lied to us. That is still only circumstantial evidence, Juno. The takeout containers, or anything else in this video Cecil touched, would have his fingerprints. But they're twins. Identical twins have different prints. And how do you know about... Before he could finish whatever it was, one of the security cousins swept in and informed us that Min herself wanted to see us. After he'd started dragging us to her office, that is. Real efficient worker, that one. Da da da. There's so many paintings of her, that's hilarious. Oh, Detective Steele and... Was it Agent Crystal? Diamond? That's not his name. Oh, that's not his name. This whole affair is simply dreadful. Ease my fears, Juno, please. Tell me, how is the investigation faring? Two of her security goons stepped between Rex and I, closing in on me like stray dogs on a leftover steak. Their hands went to the tasers on their belts. What evidence have you gathered? I suspect you already know the answer to that, Miss Kanagawa. But since you asked so nicely, here. Damn it, Rex. Thank you, Agent. That's the last piece I needed. You have evidence of your own? It's not my fault you didn't ask me. I merely needed a bit of outside perspective for all the pieces to fall into place. We can handle the rest from here. You used me. Hired you, detective. We already had the footage of my poor dear husband's death. Such a grisly affair. But there was one little problem. Miss Kanagawa was in two places at once, wasn't she? And since Detective Steele knows my darling stepchildren so well, naturally he was the best suited to solving this little puzzle. To getting hard proof of which twin it was. But I'm guessing you already knew it was Cassandra. Oh, dear detective, what did we just say about proof? I'm quite sure I don't know anything about this. And the HCPD here is here now to take Cassandra away for us, so your services are no longer required. Perhaps I can get Cassandra parole monitored, of course. Anything for my dear, sweet daughter. Listen, you manipulative detective, there are quite a few heavily armed employees here. Perhaps this is not the best time. Pick your battles and all that. Rex's grip is heavy on my arm. Oh, I don't know what to do. Hold on, I'm just gonna save there. Oh, you have a lot of slave slots. I should have been saving significantly more. Okay. Oh, it auto-saves too. That's sick. Okay. But I let him pull me back. I leaned into Rex's space, and the smug look of victory in Min's eyes made me sick. I had to bite my tongue to keep quiet, but damn it, I was going to play it smart. That time anyway, I thought. My dear nephews, please see these two out and bring the HCPD here. I want to oversee the transfer of the prisoner myself. God damn it, the police are here. Rex, we've run out of... Steele, what the hell are you doing here? Listen, Con. Nope, I don't want to hear your excuses. Not today. You're gonna have to leave before you muck up my crime scene anymore. I'm gonna throw you out. Let's go, Juno, and let the local authorities handle cleanup. Hold on. You're Dark Matters, right? I'll need your statement about what happened here. A reliable eyewitness will be important in this investigation. Wait, Juno. Whatever Rex was going to say was cut off by the slamming door between us. More muscled goons walked me out to my car. Walked was a strong word, actually. They basically dragged me out. Leaving felt so goddamn wrong, but banging on the walls wouldn't get me anywhere. Not that I'd ever admit it to him, but Glass was right. I wasn't in the building anymore, but I could still investigate Min. Quietly, between other cases. I had a chance to get justice for Cass. I had threads I could pull to get back into that investigation. I had a message? A text from a number I didn't recognize. It read, I'm sorry, our time was cut short, Detective. Don't rush into anything daring without me. You still owe me dinner, after all. I will see you again. RG, which is, Rex laughed. Huh. Oh. Hyperion City was just never dark. Neon lights, flashing billboards, all of these added up to an equation making the most beautiful place on Mars an incredibly bright place. Let's just say you don't get dark and stormy nights here. Only stormy. And see, the thing about stormy nights is that you don't really get visitors. Everything is closed, everyone should be asleep, so banging on the door like that at this hour of night was pretty rude. Chances were Rita left something, or wanted to restock snacks and forgot her key. If it wasn't Rita, though, nothing good ever happened on nights like this. Rita would have my head if I left her in the rain, or at least complain about it for the next month. Oh god, they draw him really pretty. Oh, this is unfair. Hello. Detective Steele, right? Sorry to intrude at so late an hour, but you have something of a reputation, and I have something of a problem. Might I come in? Rose, by the way. Duke Rose. Oh, sure, come in. Wonderful. I found myself in possession of some sensitive information, and unfortunately has put me on a tight timeline. In my line of work, that happens often enough, I suppose, but this is just ever so short notice. You come recommended with a knack for improvising, according to Victoria, Valis Vicky, that is. My first thought was that Duke Rose was the kind of guy who threw himself into things head first, optimism coming out of his ears. My second thought was that didn't seem like a bad way to handle things. My third thought was that my second thought was stupid, and my fourth thought was that I should really figure out what to do about Duke. So I listened, obviously. I can't guarantee that I can help, but I'm willing to try, if by improvising you mean a talent for managing to not die. Something of the sort, I suppose. I certainly need someone quick on their feet. So, the job is simple enough. I presume you're familiar with the Utgard Express, right? Never heard of it. Really? Well, it was the solution to a rather classic problem. With enough time and planning, there is no vault a thief cannot get into, yes? So instead, they made it that the thief is not capable of finding it at all. He's so cute. Oh, the shirt. The train goes at incredible speeds and only slows down once a week. My problem is that I have no idea where. And this is a problem because there's something dangerous on that train, and I've discovered that someone is after it. Unfortunately, I don't know who, how, or why, so my best bet is to get to it, to whatever it is, first. Oh, he's pouting. He's so cute. Except you don't know where the train slows down. So what, you need me to find out? Just a step above that. I know who knows. I simply need your help getting the information from them. Duke pulled an ID from his pocket. It had my face on it, but not my name. Instead, their name was Dahlia Rose? The hell kind of name is that, Duke? And why is my face on? Did you make me a fake ID before knowing if I'd take the job? Well, you came recommended. He began to explain, finally getting to the point of why he came to me. The Utgard Express's path took it through the middle of the Martian desert. Duke knew how to stop it, but not how or where to board. That was why he needed Brock Engstrom. The man claimed to know how to board, and was the only lead Duke had. Duke had a plan to get the information from Engstrom, but he needed a partner, which is where I came in. How are we going to do this? I'm going to be nice to everyone. We'll do it your way. Fine, I'll take the case. I'll follow your lead. Just try not to get me killed. Considering what I know of your track record, Juno, I don't imagine I can. Somehow I couldn't decide if that should worry me or flatter me. The tickets to our train were at the Oasis Casino Resort, in the hands of one Brock Engstrom, retired jewel thief and current motivational speaker. Duke had planned things pretty well, almost suspiciously so. Security cameras were on the fritz today, so they weren't able to use any facial recognition to ID our real identities. I didn't ask how he managed it. For now, we had agreed to split up. I'd check into the room, play my part for a bit, while he found Engstrom. Once I got his call, I'd join him, and we'd figure out the rest from there. A fake marriage, though? That seemed a bit over the top, but Duke had been insistent. Plus, if this job was on as tight a deadline as he claimed, then I just had to roll with the alias we had. The first thing I found in the room was a note with instructions. Hello, Dahlia dearest. I'm sorry I couldn't check into the hotel with you. I had a business appointment come up. I've left you a present in our room to make up for it. Wear it tonight? Love, your husband, Duke. He really took care of the details here, huh? Duke had put a lot of work into making sure this worked, disguises and cameras and whatever it took to win a meeting with a man like Engstrom. That told me he was desperate. It was a nice suit, though. Oh, he looks so pretty! Help me! The lipstick. Oh, he's so pretty. She had I don't remember her accent. Dahlia Rose? That would be me. How can I help you? I'm Valencia, here on behalf of Mr. Engstrom. Your husband has booked a game, and he insists he can't play without you. That does sound like my Duke. Of course, lead the way. Engstrom looked like a villain from those old streams we'd like to watch, well-dressed and smug. Duke, on the other hand, lit up the moment I walked into the room. Picture of a loving husband. Dahlia! I'm ever so sorry I couldn't pick you up myself, love, but I'm so glad you wore the suit. The red truly suits you. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, sorry if you can see me taking another screenshot. Go all in or play along. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, go all in is such a bad idea. Hold on, okay, save. Okay, return. Go all in. Well, no one ever got anywhere on a sour face, least of all me. If I had to play a loving lady, then Duke was gonna get a loving lady. Plus, he started it. It's a gorgeous suit, and I love it in red. But you promised to pick me up this time, dear, and gifts aside, you'll have to make that up to me later. That's not Juno's voice. It's a gorgeous suit, and I love it in red. But you promised to pick me up this time, dear, and gifts aside, you'll have to make that up to me later. I leaned in and gave him a quick kiss on the corner of his smile, the kind that couples do before they settle into doing their shopping or whatever. The kind you don't think about. I wasn't about to make out with the guy for a cover, but when I pulled back, Duke looked like I had. Not a bad look on him, really. I need a moment. Okay. I'm fine. Not a bad look on him, really. Oh. Of course. Now that we're all... how does he tell me? Now that we're all here, if we could begin, please? You present an intriguing proposal, Mr. Rose, but here is my problem. Information must be exchanged for equally valuable information, and there is very little anyone can offer me worth the secret of boarding the Utgard Express. An exchange? I was thinking along the lines of a wager, really. After all, the only information equal to the secret of boarding the train is the secret to stopping it. Oh, you know how to stop it. So does every other second-rate thief that comes my way. Still, you're here, and I don't have anything else to do this afternoon. A game wouldn't be entirely out of the question. Perfect! How do you feel about a game of shall we say, Rega- Regan, whatever. Street poker? Perfect way to solve this. Perfect indeed, if you're prepared to lose. I've never once suffered a defeat in all my time here. Valencia, set up the table. What the hell is Rangian street poker? Ask, obviously. Darling, not to be rude, but I haven't seen you play this one yet. Mind talking me through it before you jump in? Of course not. Just a moment then, Engstrom. Dahlia can get cranky if he feels left out. Go ahead. Right, so think of it as higher stakes poker. Each round begins with an asker asking a question. Say, how do we get on the Utgard Express? The askee counters with another question, and they play a hand. The one who loses must answer the question they were asked, and so forth. The game ends once one party gets all the information they desire. Do you understand it now, love? Can't say I'll be able to follow it with how many decks are on the table, but I think I get the general gist of it, yeah. The game is ready. Now, before we begin, I'll need insurance. I'm sure it goes without saying that I trust neither of you, to be honest, without something at stake otherwise. Oh, absolutely. The feeling goes both ways. Given your reputation, I don't doubt you'll lie if you can get away with it. Shall we play by the traditional wager, then? Your life and mine on the line? Your what? Not quite. You're too quick to give it up, I think. Perhaps the life of your partner? What? Only if your insurance is your life and the Ruby 7. And even then, it isn't even close to Dahlia's worth. Clever, aren't you? Myself, the Ruby 7, and Valencia. Is that more to your liking? Are they? For the record, Duke, I would have loved to know more about this rule in advance. Well, go on then. Are you sure? We can find another way. Not on short notice, we can't. Just play the game, Duke. And play it well, for my sake. Engstrom was waiting for us to stop bickering like an old married couple, which I guessed we were supposed to be. Valencia just took us out a cigarette and ignored us. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. The game started, and I realized I definitely wasn't going to be able to follow it. They ask each other all sorts of questions. Everything from birthplaces to previous heists to future plans and always back to the train. But they passed that one over and over. For a reason, on Duke's part. Your win again, Engstrom. He was losing. Pretty badly if one victory every 7 or 10 turns was bad, and I'd never seen it mean anything good. I didn't know where half of his answers came from, but Engstrom didn't call him out for lying on any of them. Anyway, I'd grasped enough of the game to know Engstrom had to be cheating. The cards were too random, and his hand surpassed Duke's almost every time. But how to prove it? It didn't hit me until I glanced behind Duke and I, when scanning the room. Oh, behind Duke and I when scanning the room. Valencia's cigarette didn't seem to be getting any shorter, and we've been watching them play a good while already. Save. I'm nervous. I'm gonna save a lot. Call it out. It's Valencia, right? Mind lending me a cigarette? The way this game is going, I think I might need a little stress relief. Fat chance. Wow, really into being a terrible host, are you? Or maybe you just don't want to risk messing up the game last minute. Cut the crap, you two have been cheating since the last question. It would do you well, Dahlia, to recognize that I don't like when my games are interrupted by falsities. It is your life on the line. Oh, I remember your life on the line too, actually. I acted as quick as I could, snatching the cigarette holder from Valencia and cracking it in two. Engstrom covered her ear immediately and cursed, and I could hear the feedback even from where I was standing. Somehow I doubt that's a hearing aid, Engstrom. Plus, a transmitter in the cigarette. I know you're careful, but man, you're really desperate not to lose, aren't you? Lovely work, Dahlia. Now, Engstrom, we'll make this rather quick. If you're dead, we can't get the information we need, but there are things worse than death. Ruining your reputation at the casino, for example. Valencia. On it. I didn't think before I pulled Duke out of the way. I just grabbed him the moment I saw her go for a gun, and we ran. At some point, Duke took the lead instead as we heard the blast behind us hitting the wall. So close. And suddenly we were in a garage, door slammed shut and locked behind us. Oh, hello, darling. Oh, he has little hearts, help. Oh, hello, darling. I don't think now's the time, Duke. Oh, hush, Juno, I wasn't talking to you. That's adorable. Duke was fawning over the car we'd locked ourselves in with, running his hands over the smooth green panels. Huh. Didn't take you to be so into cars, Duke. You seem more of a Pottery Barn and dry white wine man. You're right in that I'm not a cars man, but a car man, singular. The Ruby 7, greatest getaway car in the galaxy. I hope you're right about that. I don't know how much time we have. He slid into the driver's seat, practically drooling. I followed him, much less elegantly, and felt the car purr into life underneath me. Duke input something into the car's internal motor that revealed a set of numbers, coordinates. Are we ready, love? I still can't tell if you're talking to me or the car. Why can't it be both? The garage door opened and I squinted into the sunlight as we sped out into the desert, the dunes unrolling in front of us like a blanket. Driving with your cute fake husband. With a whistle, the roof of the Ruby 7 rolled back. My eyes watered from the wind, but it was hard to complain. The further we got from the casino, the more my adrenaline faded into exhilaration. The silence stretched out comfortably, and I found myself watching Duke. His small, soft smile as he drove, fingers tapping along to a non-existent tune on the steering wheel, his brown hair windswept. Every time he moved the gear shift, his hand brushed against my thigh, and every time it was like electricity. He glanced at me, and I fixed my eyes on the desert landscape again, caught in the act. Cred for your thoughts, detective? How do I reply? Oh, honest answer. You did a good job back there. It really could have gone a lot worse. Do I detect a compliment, detective? You weren't so bad yourself, you know. He glanced sideways at me with a wry smile, and I felt my pulse jump. I'm making very excited facial expressions during this. I know y'all can't see, but I'm having a lot of emotion. The car slowed as we reached a cluster of rocks. Getting out to inspect it revealed a trapdoor underneath a thin layer of sand. Opening it revealed only a ladder descending into darkness. Duke, what is this? How does this help us get on the train? The train gets its cargo delivered via drone, and this is the drop point. I assume you're familiar with your blaster, detective. Down below is the gun, and you and I are the cartridges. What? It's all right, Juno. So long as we hit our target, of course. Duke, what the hell? But he was already halfway down the chute. He just dropped. Sorry. Come along, detective. We haven't much time before it fires. With a groan, I slid down the ladder into the dark. As soon as my feet hit the floor, I felt a hand on my arm. I would have jumped if the smell of Duke's cologne wasn't engulfing me. Go, go, go! It was all I could do to keep my feet, as Duke crammed us into what felt like a broom closet, and a door hissed shut behind us. I became aware of a faint beeping, and then... Hold on tight, Juno. Duke's analogy was spot on. I feel like I'd been shot out of a cannon. I grabbed onto the nearest thing to keep my balance. Which was Duke. Sorry, It's all right. I've got you. His arms wrapped around my shoulders, the scent of him invading my senses. I tried to steady myself, resting my forehead into his chest. For balance, of course. It felt like forever, or maybe just seconds, before the drone came shuddering to a halt, and the door hissed open. I believe this is our stop. Doing a little excited wiggle. It seems the drone connects in the center of the train's cars. It's safe to say the weapon isn't in here. Which way do we go? Oh no! This is such a stressful decision. Okay. Right. Let's go right. We'll find it eventually anyway, unless something else finds us first. We're not exactly going to be interrupted, darling. The next drone delivery isn't for another month. Great, so we'll have time to starve before then. Don't be so grim, Juno. We've lasted this long, haven't we? The next few train cars we passed through were crammed with treasures. Books so old they were held together by hover tech and light, gemstones bigger than my fist that changed colors every time I blinked, and hundreds of other things I couldn't even begin to recognize. Duke did, though, touching each one with care and reverence, chattering about each one's history and significance, and how many times it had changed hands with various thieves. It was like an incredibly exclusive museum with an overly invested tour guide. Nasty little glitch where it would teleport the nearest object several miles above the planet's surface and let it fall to its doom. Deactivated now, of course. I can't imagine being foolish enough to place this device on a train full of valuable objects to destroy. Yeah, well, don't go messing with it, Duke. The last thing I need is my only way off this thing ending up as a cracked egg in the desert. Really, Juno, I'm a vase at the very least. At least I'm fond of a flower or two. He turns to smirk at me as he replaces the glowing tube to its pedestal, and something mechanical clicks as it makes contact with the metal. Duke, what was that? What was what? That click just then. It was the pedestal, but if it'll ease your paranoia, we can move to the next car. The weapon isn't here as far as I can see. The suspicious feeling in my gut didn't subside, but I chalked it up to being trapped on a bomb with a train hurtling across the planet. With a bomb on a train. Sorry, my bad. When we passed through the next doorway, though, I felt the cold terror of knowing I was right. Duke! I grabbed him by the shoulders and shoved him unceremoniously into a sarcophagus that stood ajar, pressing us both into the dark stone and letting the door fall so only a crack of light showed. Oh, Juno! Oh, Juno! Shut up, you idiot! Look! Through the crack in the stone, we watched it loop through the door, a writhing mass of metallic muscle and tendons, infrared sensors sweeping the room before moving on to the next car, the next target. I told you, I heard something! Keep your voice down. We don't know how well that thing can hear. We wouldn't have to worry about that thing if you hadn't been... Ugh, never mind. We can just wait for it to move on, and then we can keep looking. We fell silent, ears straining for the heavy thump of footsteps to fade into the distance. I all at once became very aware of how close we were, and I made an effort to breathe normally. It wasn't that it was a problem, per se. I just didn't want him to think it was a problem. Or for there to be a problem because he thought there was a problem. Or, I think it's gone, Juno. He reached past me, a hand on the small of my back to make sure I didn't fall backwards as he gently pushed the stone aside and checked the coast was clear, like a dip in a dance. Good catch, Juno. Shall we? I think we're getting close. I nodded absently like an idiot as we gave the car a quick look before moving on, wanting to put as much space between us and that thing as possible. It only took a few more cars before we found the weapon. I could tell as soon as we entered the room that Duke had seen it. He fell uncharacteristically silent, eyes fixed on an egg-shaped object resting on a pedestal. Is that it? He nodded and approached it slowly. With a deep breath and one slender hand, he wrapped a black case around it with a small click. What now? I hope you weren't bullshitting, Engstrom, when you said you had a way off this thing. I wasn't. There's a braking device in my earring, but it's going to be a bumpy ride. Hold on to me, Juno. I'll cut a hole in the wall once the train stops. And boy, did it stop. I couldn't imagine how Duke managed to stay upright, but he was a lifeline in the screeching, shuddering mess that was the Utgard Express coming to its first ever stop. Hold the egg, Juno. We have to work fast. The walls of the train cut away like butter, the design likely saving all the spare weight for security and more loot. Within seconds, there was a gap in the wall large enough for us to squeeze through and send us tumbling onto the sand, the case with the egg clutched to my chest. With a shudder and groan, the train recovered from whatever Duke had inflicted on it and began to pick up speed within a few seconds. A few more seconds and it was gone. We did it! He jumped up from the dunes and offered me a hand, his face glowing with delight. He pulled me to my feet and enveloped me in a hug. Juno, you were spectacular! Duke, I shouldn't have expected anything less, of course, but I wasn't expecting you to pull this off so effortlessly. Duke, yes, my incredible fake husband. The bomb, Duke. The Ruby 7 pulled up beside us as Duke gently took the case from where it had been pressing between the back. I'm just going to take that again. The Ruby 7 pulled up beside us as Duke gently took the case from where it had been pressing between our chests with a sheepish smile. Sheepish smile. Are you sure you don't want me to drive? You've had a hell of a day. As have you, Detective. Thank you for the offer, but I'm enjoying spending time with her. You need to stop talking like it's a person. Like she's a person. Now rest, Juno. You've earned it. I stare out at the slowly darkening horizon and let my eyes close for just a moment. A moment later, I woke up in my bed. The only evidence of Duke was the tux I was still wearing, sans shoes. Ever the gentleman. I smiled to myself as I rolled over, only to frown at a sharp feeling in my hip. I reached into my pocket to pull out a sapphire the size of my eye, and couldn't help but laugh. He got him a gift. Mr. Steele? I got something to show ya! Is it a lead? We've been running in circles for days now. Not exactly. Rita, what are you planning? Nothing, boss. Only what? I know you've been lonely, Mr. Steele. You ain't got nobody special in your life, and a lady like you deserves a little love. Rita, we've been through this. I'm fine. Well, you say that, boss, but that doesn't make it true. But that don't make it true. Rita, really, I'm good. Besides, I have my work to worry about. I'm practically married to it, anyway. Funny, you should say that. What could that possibly mean? Well, it's like you were saying, boss. You're real dedicated to your work. Uh-huh. And dating plus work makes things kind of hard, right? Uh-huh. So, I decided to take the plus out of the equation and sign you up for a detective dating app. You what? A dating app! Part noir. By detectives, for detectives. This is adorable. I love Rita so much. Nope. No. Nope. Absolutely not. Oh, come on, Mr. Steele. Just give it a try. You can't know you're gonna hate it until you've tested it out, at least. But it's so glittery and neon-y. I can feel my eyes burn just looking at the screen. Really, boss? What's the worst that could happen? How do I respond? Express your fears honestly. We are about honesty in this household. I invest time and emotional energy into someone only for them to use it against me, or for me to totally fail them. Really, there's a lot of worst case scenarios. Oh, Mr. Steele, you don't gotta feel that way. You're a real special lady, and anybody who's worth it is gonna see that right away. Oops. Let me out. I'm nothing special. Did I fuck up the recording? No, it looks fine. Okay. Nuh-uh, boss. I say you're special and you are. Okay. Well, that doesn't change the facts, Rita. It's just an app, Mr. Steele. If you hate it, you don't gotta use it, but I think you should give it a try. Sure, it might be scary, but you know better than anyone that good things can come out of scary situations. What do you say? Fine. Yes! Ugh, I knew you'd come around, boss. I still don't like this, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Percy, it's shot time. Percy, it's shot time. Rita did something with my comms that was lost on me, but it brought us to the app's obnoxious home screen. I got your profile almost set up. I figured you didn't want to bother with all that stuff. You guessed right. Can I see? Sure thing, boss. Rita handed me the comms to look over. The profile was pretty simple, just Juno Steele, 38, private eye. If you're in the Hyperion area, DM me XOX. It devolved a little near the end. This is a lot less damage than I was expecting, Rita. I was worried you were going to write a romance novel in the bio section. I told you, Mr. Steele, you're in good hands with me. Besides, it only gives you 100 characters. But, you gotta pick a profile picture so people know who you are. They let you pick a couple, so I put that one pic from that cute little diner with the strawberry milkshakes because your outfit was real cute. But it seemed like you should choose the other one, so I left it till now. Smiling. I decided a basic smiling picture would be the best. I scrolled through all the columns till I came across one. It was kind of an awkward photo. Oh, I have to do smiling now. Never mind. Crepe in the other, yelling at me to smile. I did, but only because she was jumping up and down on a park bench to keep me in frame. How about this one? Oh, you look real happy, Mr. Steele. That was a good day, huh? Yeah, it was. Okay, good. I made a good choice. Everyone. Rita helped me upload the photo, completing my profile. It stared back at me, encased in the app's obnoxious UI. What now? Now we're gonna find you the love of your life. It's gonna be so beautiful! You gotta invite me to the wedding, alright? Rita, if I find true love on a detective dating app, I can promise you'll be the maid of honor. I'm gonna hold you to that, boss. So, what now? Well, you click this thingy here, and then you swipe that big thing up there at the top, see? Now you can look at other people's profiles. So you just gotta go through until you see someone that catches your eye. If it's love at first sight, then you gotta swipe. Or if you just think they're kinda cute. Right, okay, I got it. Do you think Alessandra Strong's on this thing? Boss! Joking. Okay, let's see. I flipped through a couple of weird ones, and one ad for Galaxy's sexiest fedoras before I came to any interesting profiles. Person with scar and impressive beard, person in full camouflage, person with really long hair, and a small dog. I'm gonna go with the dog. The name is just a bunch of symbols? Oh no! I picked the wrong one! Profile. Hello? Pounces on you. Oh, welcome to my profile. Nope, 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 nope. I'll get more profiles. I want to see all of them. Xander Hewitt. Okay, cool beard. Profile. Hewitt. Xander. Private eye. If it's not a murder case, I'm not interested. Enjoys baking. Wow. Okay. Well, they're certainly enthusiastic, and bacon's nice. I think this person might snap me in half for looking at them. We'll get more profiles. Mara Cater. There's no location tag. Weird. If you're reading this, it's too late. My position has been compromised. They're coming as we speak. Memorize these numbers and then destroy this message. 10, 21, 16, 5, 25, 18, 9, 19, 3, 1, 14, 15, 14, 11, 9, 14, 7. What the hell? It's a mystery! Are those number coordinates? Oh! Maybe they're a code! We are not going to do this right now. You're no fun, boss. What now? That's enough of that. After a solid 10 minutes of scrolling, I'd come across 3 assassins, 4 cops, and a photo of a sandwich labeled Dave. They're really all like this, huh? Oh, come on, Mr. Steele. There's all kind of fish in the sea. Sometimes you just gotta wade through the weird anchovies a little bit. I think I'm a weird anchovy. Okay, boss, here's what we're gonna do. Speed round! Speed round. Yup! Just tell me when. Before I could protest, Rita started swiping like that was some kind of rhythm game. I did my best to keep up, but honestly, I could kind of feel my eyes glazing over. I blinked to clear them, and just as I did, a profile caught my eye. Whoa, stop. Right here? Gotcha, boss. Take a look for yourself. Profile. Perseus Shaw, 36. Private eye for the greater Hyperion area. Care to solve a mystery? Perseus Shaw had dark eyes and a self-confident smile. Something about him drew me in, even as Rita was flipping through profiles like they were soap opera channels. His bio was simple, maybe suspiciously suspiciously so. All the same, it was intriguing. Rita sidled up next to me and stood on her toes to judge the profile herself. Wow, Mr. Steele, he looks like just your type! You think? I didn't know I had one. For sure, boss. You better like his profile right now. Fine, fine. No reason not to, I guess. I tapped the button and the entire screen lit up with hearts and a terrible caricature of a tiny detective. Rita squealed. Oh, that means he likes you too! This is just like in My Soulmate's a Cyborg when Lorena and 3784 meet up for the first time on the merry-go-round in the abandoned park on Neptune, and boss, you gotta message him! I have no idea what I'd even say. Introduce yourself with a joke. No. A pickup line. No. You gotta come across as all mysterious and stuff. No. Make a joke, I guess. Try and flirt a little. Do my best to keep it casual. These decisions are very stressful, okay? Make a joke, flirt a little, casual, Okay, my tea is finally drinkable temperature, so my voice will stop sounding like I'm about to explode every time I do Rita. I gotta, sense of humor is pretty endearing. Flirt a little. Keep it casual. Oh, man. Flirt. It was probably best to be forward. Sure. I regret this. Hey, I read your profiles. I have a few mysteries we could solve together if you get what I'm saying. Oh no, I regret this. That might have been a little too forward. Regardless, I saw the typing indicator appear in a matter of seconds. Well, I am always in favor of a thorough investigation, detective. Well, he sure seems interested, boss. Oh god, I forgot you were here. Well, you two seem to be getting on nicely, so I'll leave you to it. You're just gonna leave me with this thing? Yeah, boss, you got it. Now you just gotta charm Detective Shaw over here and then throw a big ol' wedding. Well, when you put it like that. Besides, Miss Sasha just texted me about dinner plans, so I gotta answer her. Okay, I guess. Wait, what? Bye, Mr. Steele! Rita, no, don't go. Rita. Ugh. I saved further misery by my comms letting out a sharp ding. Ugh. You must forgive me for being blunt, Detective, but you don't strike me as the sort of person to use this app. You're very perceptive. I am very good at what I do. Ours is a very specialized profession. You could say that. If by specialized you mean catered to a special kind of crazy. Well, that is undoubtedly part of it. Still, may I inquire as to why you did make a profile? Make him guess is such a bad idea. I know I've been going for honesty, but I'm going with my gut instinct. Why does anyone end up on these things, really? Desperation, usually. Any detective could tell you that much. Now, I don't believe either of us are just any detective. No, we're not, are we? So what brings you here, then? Oh, I'm not so different from yourself in my reasons. Really? In a manner of speaking. Very specific. Anything else to share? All in good time, dear detective. First, I must satisfy my curiosity about you. I must admit to finding you utterly fascinating. Thanks? Volunteer info about yourself. Well, if you're that curious, I'm a private eye in Hyperion City. My work and I have a very complicated relationship, which might be a premonition about this app now that I think about it. Over time, I have deduced that most relationships worth having are complicated ones, Detective. In that case, I've got some of the most worthwhile relationships in the galaxy. Perseus was confusing. He was strange and definitely knew more than he let on. But even so, there was something disarming about him. I found myself smiling at my comms in spite of my best efforts to stay on guard. Something like that is at worst dangerous and at best a little pathetic. Still, I must admit that everything you've told me so far is entirely deducible, Detective. Is that so? Indeed. Analysis of your texting style and your profile could easily lead a trained mind to draw conclusions about who you are. You've got me all figured out, huh? On the contrary, I've only scratched the surface. I want to be surprised, Detective Steele. Surprised, huh? Indeed. Tell me about all the exciting parts of your life. Exciting, huh? People you know. I hang out around a lot of interesting people. I talked about my secretary already. I have another friend who works for Dark Matters. Sorry, allegedly works for Dark Matters. Ekman. Oh, there's the Kanagawas too. Ugh, don't even get me started on that family. It sounds like there's a story to be told there. Yup, a very, very long one. I'd love to hear it sometime. Sure, remind me to tell you when the opportunity arises. Full disclaimer though, be prepared for a lot of blood. And clips from exclusive network interviews, which is almost as bad, honestly. I wouldn't have it any other way. The conversation carried on, easy as can be. Small talk tended to wear me down, but Perseus's particular combo of wit and absurdity kept me invested. He started to open up a little too. Eka! I have mucus in my nose. I suppose I'm a bit idealistic about the nature of detective work. I can't say the same. Oh, I'm well aware of that, Detective. The world needs all sorts. After all, crime knows no calendar. So you consider yourself an optimist? I'd like to think of myself as practical, but the theoretical interests are the theoretical interest me endly. Criminals have the most fascinating minds. Yeah, I try not to look too deep into that territory. Pretty sure I won't like what's looking back. Precisely, Detective. That sense of foreboding is the greatest indicator of discovery. You know, you have a lot of ideas about our job. Indeed, I do. I can't help but wonder how far that goes in actual practice. It's one thing to quote statistics and ideals, but it's another thing to actually apply them. In my experience, whenever you try to apply them to tends to fight back. I don't blame you for skepticism, Detective. Perhaps if you were to witness my skills firsthand, ... question mark? Nope, I'm good. Okay, prove it. How about a date? A date, but then a date, I don't know if we. Well, I do want to see him in person. Sure. You're right. I definitely need to see your work in person. How about Friday, Elysium Square Cafe? Why, Detective Steele! I would be delighted. I must say, that was quite smooth of you. From the data I've gathered about you, I would have inferred you would be much more awkward about it. You need to learn to quit while you're ahead, Shaw. Detective Shaw. Detective Steele. I wish there was a way to convey eye rolls through text. You should really ask your secretary to explain emojis to you. I should probably get offline soon. There's a case file on my desk that's been giving me the evil eye for the past hour. It's a pity to lose your company, Detective, but I understand. Duty calls. I have a great deal of work ahead of me as well, so I believe you have me quite distracted. Sorry about that. Oh, no apologies, Detective, for a welcome distraction it was. I am greatly looking forward to seeing you in person. How should I sign off? Earnest reply, flirty reply. I'm going with earnest. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited to see you. I'm delighted to know that our feelings correspond. Though, of course, I could have deduced that. Yeah, I deduced that I'll see you Friday. Before Shaw could argue the semantics of my deduction, I logged off. There was a file ominously leering from my desk, but I didn't quite feel up to it just then. I realized I was smiling. Damn it. Boss, I'm back. Oh, that's not her voice. Boss, I'm back. Rita, hey. I know I'm off the clock right now, but I wanted to swing by anyway and see how you and that Detective Shaw were getting along. Where'd you go again? Nuh-uh, Mr. Steele. I asked you first. Fine. We just got done talking. You two were talking that whole time? That's terrific. Tell me everything. Not much to tell, honestly. We decided to go to the cafe in Elysium Square. What? You got a date already, Mr. Steele? I'm so proud of you. Yeah. So, what do you think? Do you like him? I looked down at my comms. There was just one notification from after I'd logged off. Oh, it's the heart emoji. You know something, Rita? I just might. I think I accidentally got the Shaw route. Oh no, now I have to pick? Oh no, but there's 3 of them. Okay, well, I am gonna end this video here if I didn't already end it there. But I will definitely start recording right now and get the other part out soon, so. So cute.